The final four will be determined tonight. Many drivers are in a must-win situation to continue their quest for a truck championship. The challenge to do so won't be an easy one, as we're taking the battle to one of the tightest tracks in all of racing, Martinsville. Stay tuned as Visceral Killer, Sniper, and I bring you all the action in tonight's Elimination race right here on the Hammerdown Racing Series YouTube channel for this Truck Series Playoff Showdown. So, welcome to the booth, guys, and here we go. This is clinch time for these guys.
Yeah. It's good to be here against you. I know I missed a week. It's nice to be back in my chair up here next to you.
Oh, I did too, man.
It looks like you were touching my mic while I was out last week. Have a word with you after the race about that. But yeah, this is going to be a big race out here. For those who watched the Cup race last night, you know, it was really hard to keep that back end under you after 15 to 20 laps. That right rear tire just wanted to fall off, and there'd be times where I'd run, without even touching the gas until almost out of exit sometimes. So I'm curious to see how that is in the trucks, considering they don't have setups. They're just sliders.
Right, and I feel you there. I'm actually really proud of the race I had last night in Cup Series, but I guess enough of that talk from us, because there's a man in the booth with us that actually did it and won the race last night. Clinched a spot into the round of 4 in the Cup Championship. That's Sniper. So, Sniper, welcome to the booth, and why don't you tell us, how'd you just control that car after the 20, it seemed like the 24, 25 lap mark, you just couldn't really keep that rear end underneath you.
Yeah, no, guys, it's glad to be in here. It was a battle just to keep the car under, like Visceral said. I mean, it was very late on the gas on exit. You couldn't punch it like you could. Just only 5 laps on those tires.
Yeah, that's mostly the exit that causes the issue. That's going to be something to say, like Killer said. It's sliders here on the trucks, so they don't have the ability to tweak that stuff beforehand. They have to go at it here in the middle of battle, if you will.
Yeah, number one turn to watch on the track tonight, I think, is just going to be exit of 4. Because I noticed that, 2, it did get loose on extremely worn tires, but it really seemed like 4 was the trouble spot.
Yeah, that's true. But tonight is as big a race as any, because it is the round of 8, but only 7 drivers out there tonight in the trucks due to Sniper shifting his focus to try to win that Cup Championship. But Sniper was sitting in 5th position, 11 points out off Travis, who is currently in. But now with Sniper out of the equation, Titanic, Scoop, and Killer Sean are the 3 drivers that are not in, and they are all in must-win situations, I do believe, unless, I guess, Travis wasn't to start and one of them did really well other than a win. I guess something like that could happen. But as of now, Wide Open and Death are both locked in to the championship 4, rather. And Twoon and Travis both sitting really nice. Like I said, it's a 21-point lead between Travis and the next guy of Titanic. And Scoop surprisingly sitting down there in that pack as well with 2 wins on the season. Been a fairly dominant guy in both series all throughout the season. Nonetheless, if any of these guys don't make it, it has been a respectable run, and that's nothing to hang your head on to make it to the round of 8.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, it's been excellent out here in these trucks. Some of the cleanest racing I've seen from HDRS has been right here in these trucks on these sliders. And as difficult as they can control, because they are on sliders, they've done an amazing job out here, and each and every driver that hits this track tonight should be proud of the season that they put together. And I'm looking very much forward to Season 3 and see what these guys can continue into the future.
Most certainly. And tonight we had the pole was unsurprisingly Hollywood, which was formerly Beast Stats, but he's not going to be here tonight. So that will change the field up a spot completely. As Visceral, if you want to go over tonight's lineup.
Did you send it to me?
Yeah.
Now. Alrighty. Get this pulled up here, no dead air. Alright, so row 1 is now going to be Travis and Mr. Twoon. Row 2 is going to be Scoop and Bob Drew. Row 3 is going to be Biker and Collins. Row 4, Lando and Woody. Row 5 is going to be Pyle. And then our non-qualifiers, that's a big list. We got Killer Sean, Death, Punk Panda, Stag, Hangman, Glad Bump, Wide Open Racing, and Titanic Joe.
So it's a whale of a group out there. Most of the
Now, Stu, did you let them know that they needed to send me and Sniper invites?
I didn't, but you guys can. I also don't have notifications, so.
Alright, Sniper just did it, so that is awesome.
Yeah, I don't have
One step ahead of me
notifications.
there,
If y'all
Sniper.
could keep an eye out on that for me.
Yep,
But-
I will let you know when they are live.
But this is a must-win situation for 3 drivers. 2 drivers are just racing to secure their point spots. So that could definitely hurt someone like Travis or Twoon, I guess, if they didn't have quite the race that they were looking for. Twoon is at 3,094 at the moment, so that would be quite the advantage to make up on someone like that.
Yeah, ironically, the biggest race lands at the smallest track that NASCAR runs, and yeah, I think we're going to see a little bit more beating and banging than we saw maybe in the Cup cars. I think these guys might try to really get after it here in these trucks, considering they are a little bit more stable. That would be really cool to see. Biker says get in. Does that mean...
Does that mean we're good to go? Good to join? Okay.
Visceral, to add on to how you were talking about turn 4 being a problem, I mean, I do remember from last night, Travis had a problem in turn 2 coming off because
We can
when
join
you
back.
hit a boost, you go over there, you can easily slam into those.
yeah.
And that will stop your car dead.
And yeah, and if you get into those barrels too, sometimes the game will trigger a pit road, scenario, and your car can just go back and forth into those barrels 5 or 6 times before it finally resets. And if that happens, that's race ending for you right there. You'll be 5 laps down, 6 laps down. And another one too is in turn 4. If you get down too low below that candy cane strip,
There's a glitch.
Lando found out last night there's an invisible wall there, and that'll throw
That's
your
true.
car straight into the air.
I hate to interrupt you, but we have started here as Travis is out there in front as we start off here at the True Global 250, or True North Global 250 from Martinsville Speedway here in the trucks. And this is the round of 8. This is must win for 3 drivers for a chance to continue their quest at a truck championship at Charlotte next weekend, right here on the Hammerdown Racing Series YouTube channel. But as we figured the first lap would go, everybody's just trying to get themselves into a nice racing motion, as there is 250 laps here to go through. I do believe
Yeah,
that's-
as you can see, Scoop out to an early lead here. I imagine he looks to run away as fast as he can.
Oh yeah, Scoop, tough all season, has to win to get in tonight. So you're just going to see him maybe pulling everything out of the bag of tricks.
Lando is around in turn 4.
Yeah, turn 4, I seen a truck go sideways back there, still on
Heavy
board with
damage to the
Travis.
front end.
Yeah, guys, this track they're going to have to learn give and take, but this is going to be very physical racing.
Yeah, with a track like this, you're not seeing somebody like Wide Open who chose not to qualify get through the field as easily as you could see them do at a track like Texas or Auto Club, because there's just not really much you can do to get around somebody here, because very difficult on the outside, almost impossible. So if you don't get a nose on the inside of them going into the turn, you're either going to have to give them a shot or hope they make a mistake.
Yes, we have Travis looking to get underneath Scoop into these corners.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be some physical racing, and I'm going to take us up from a high view as Travis got sideways and off of Twoon there. He's slow up on the wall. Calamity has ensued.
Caution, yeah.
As this is certainly going to be a caution. Probably definitely our first of the evening here as Wide Open got kind of into Travis there.
Yeah, so, I don't see it by any means being the last caution of the night either.
So Calamity counter number 1 here at Martinsville. But I don't know. It kind of looks like a jolly good show is ahead of us, doesn't it, fellas?
Right you are there, that's for true.
But anyhow, as we get our trucks in line here, looks like we're looking at nearly 58 laps on these fuel runs here. So
wow, that's a big run right there.
That is a long run.
If the tires hold on.
In the Cup last night, we were running what, about 42, 43?
I think I had to come in around 39 though, just because I could not make it that full run.
All right.
Yeah, that was a big problem last night, was trying to keep car underneath you, and it's going to be the same problem here with the trucks as we have Pile and Scoop on the front row.
Oh, Panda up into Wide Open into turn 1. Wide Open and Panda seem to have got it sorted out though.
We have some door banging going down the backstretch here as Scoop maintains a lead on the field.
Lando hits a candy cane, puts Titanic up.
Twoon is forcing the issue here on the inside. Bad
Wide Open
inside. Turn 4.
So,
and it looks that was a solo truck incident too, so we should stay green here. They probably won't throw a manual for that.
I do believe we
Wide
are
Open
staying
is
green.
Raced in on points, so he's not in any position where he needs to win this race.
Exactly. We have Death and Wide Open both locked in. I'm not sure if Death started on the field tonight, as he was.
Yeah, he's in here.
Oh, he is. Well,
I believe, or he was. Oh, he is not in here now.
He did not. No, he did not make it.
So Death, is just going to take his provisional, if you will, and just go ahead and say, "Hey, men, there next week. No use to waste the juice this week, especially at a track such as Martinsville. It could take a little bit out on somebody.
Yeah, very. Especially if you're a wheel driver. That's tough on your hands and your wrists and stuff, making all those heavy turns, especially with 250 laps, and you're getting to these turns in only about 5 or 10 seconds.
Yeah, you're certainly not wrong there. And Scoop, he's holding a steady truck here for the moment. Twoon right behind him. Twoon just trying to pretty much get some insurance here. I mean, a win obviously locks him in, but he is already in on points. Travis is really I feel, is the only person that should be worried about a non-playoff driver or someone needing a winning. And, Scoop, he's that guy. So, Travis really needs to hope, I guess, Twoon. It's really between him and Twoon here tonight. As far as the points go, I would assume.
Yeah, Twoon looking good right now, following in second. Go ahead, Sniper.
Yeah, it really is, and Scoop does have motive to try to win this race because he was knocked out of the Cup playoffs last night, so he really is going to be fighting hard to make it into this truck championship.
Yeah, it's all about keeping a level head and just staying focused on running your turns and stuff and not over driving, and right now it looks like he is nailing his marks out there better than anyone.
Yeah, most definitely some good action out there. As I'm going to scoot on over to Titanic Joe here, as he's another win-in guy. He's looks like he's kind of off the front part of the pack here, as he got Travis, Paul, and Bad Biker in his front view. And just want to check out the stream here. Got a lot of Go Travis fans here. He's on the bubble pretty much here. Someone that needs a wins. Travis could be knocked out of Truck Quest contention here. And Yedis checking in for us here. He says good luck to all. So thank you, Yedis. He's watching the Freedom Factory heat races and such, ran by Cletus McFarland tonight. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, right now, Travis is in third, so, one spot behind Twoon, but with Scoop being the leader, that's one spot that could really make the difference. Especially when you add in, stage points.
Mm-hmm. And let's go through here. This is Killer Sean. He's another guy that is a win and in as he just gets off the wall there, coming off the exit. As we will expect to see that a lot tonight, I'm sure. But I want to get on board with someone like Scoop here. And we'll just watch him from the overhead view. And watch Scoop as he goes diving down into this corner. He kind of reverse diamonds, if you will. He goes from down to up to back down and out here. And that is a very popular move, as a lot of us guys in the Truck Series, or Cup Series rather, was doing that last night. As you see, Twoon's taking the other approach, as you can see in the back part of that shot, as he's kind of keeping a high, low, high going on here. You see Twoon do it again there. He gets right on the quarter panel with Scoop, but Scoop's got a little bit of more momentum on that top side.
I felt running that diamond, really helped my right rear more because, if I were to run the candy cane, I'd be exiting high right up next to the wall. And that's just, I felt like it was burning that right rear much more than entering with the lower banking towards the bottom. So maybe that's what Scoop is thinking here as well.
Oh, exactly. I was running that in the Cups last night. Just try to get in real hard low and then just kind of bounce around the top and back out. Just kind of as smoothly as you can.
Right.
But because once you get back in that throttle, on the tail end of the exit, the car just kind of wants to do its own thing.
Yeah, guys, we might be getting a battle in a couple of laps with Travis catching up to Twoon here.
Yeah, we have Biker and Lando fighting for position right now as well.
Yeah, Titanic is in there as well.
Yeah.
So I'm on board with Bad Biker, and we're watching this little battle between him, Lando, and Titanic, as Lando makes it too wide out of turn number 2 there.
Yeah, Biker takes it back. He gets into Lando a bit
so
there.
So we're seeing a lot of crossover here.
Biker backs off. Maybe Biker let off and give him the spot because he did get into him.
Biker kind of went up there on the track.
I'll be right back, gentlemen. I got to tuck my daughter in.
Okay. As there's 42 laps remaining here in stage number 1. Only 10 trucks out there in the field tonight, which honestly it seemed like more, but Bad Biker and wide open around right here at the line, as it was a calamity there, and Lando Killer Sean rather, barely able to miss it, as that has brought the field to a caution here. So caution number 2 for us tonight.
Yeah, man, I mean, like you said, this is not going to be the last caution. It's going to be tight battles, and it's going to be a good race. There's a lot on the line tonight. And,
a wreck like that doesn't really hurt anyone. It's just a good race, and I do believe. It was between Biker and Wide Open. That's an advanced driver and a driver that's just in the field. So, no harm, no foul there, really. As really all the battle right now and focus is on that Twoon and Scoop battle up there. Travis right here, too, starting in third next to Lando. But Twoon is going to have the pole here on this restart as we get going.
Yeah, let's see what he can do, because Twoon showed it during practice. If he could get out front, he can take it.
Oh yeah, and you got Scoop running pretty good out there on the high side as him and Twoon kind of get into each other a little bit. Travis there forcing the issue on the quarter panel with Scoop. As they're nose to nose, I believe Scoop did lead that lap there. Getting Twoon in the front stretch. Twoon way down there on the candy cane. Scoop doing the high side exit, trying to make it single file as he tries to take the inside away from Twoon and has done so, riding really close to that candy strip. And let's see if Twoon's got the same luck out there on the outside, as I do believe he did get him there going by the line this time by Scoop battling hard door to door, bumping as they come out of 2. It's another battle down the back stretch again as Twin is out there on the upper side. He is running the outside just as well as Scoop was there the first 2 laps.
Yeah, and we also have a battle between Titanic and Biker back in the field.
So what a set of battles we got going on out here. Sorry, as I was reporting a comment. Sorry about that. But still on board with Twin here as he has now shifted back to door with Travis up there on the high line. So Travis is going to try to work him inside. He gets into that left rear tire going into the turn there. But door again down the back stretch. Scoop's going to look to take advantage of this door racing as he can build a little bit of a lead as Travis sends her in there, Bud, on the 3 and 4 and just basically crosses over up to the high lane, and now it's reverse racing down the front stretch. So what do you think about that, Sniper?
Man, it's great racing between these two. Very competitive, and it looks like we got Travis and Pyle, but Pyle sends it in a little bit, gets to the back of Travis.
Now, Pyle is notorious for believing 8 is better than 4, if you know what I mean. So
yes, sir, I do.
So now the battle has came back down to Twin chasing down Scoop, as I'm sure Scoop would have liked to seen that door-to-door battle between him and Travis last a few more laps.
Yeah, and we got a side-by-side battle between Wide Open and Lando that gets cleared out very easily.
So yeah, we got most of the field. Not really. There's 2 packs of 3 racing down back there in the rear. And we're on board Scoop there for a moment. Let's get back to one of these 3 packs. Here we go. We're on board with King Pyle. Him and Lando going to battle it out, going down into turn number 1. Oh, Pyle gets off the candy cane, kind of doors to 51 a little bit, and he's going to try to slide up and take the high line away from Lando there, and he has done so there in that 98 Ford F-150 truck as Pyle is off the candy cane again. Lando shoving it in hard here in turn 3 and 4. But Pyle is going to have the advantage as they come to the line. So, looks like Pyle won the best of that battle even after hitting the stripe twice. But it's still not over there. Lando trying to get that tailgate off the wall.
Yeah, no, not by far. It's just racing against Lando. I've learned he is not going to give anything up very, very early.
Oh, most certainly he isn't. Yeah, I'm on board with another winning in driver in Titanic Joe, as he for sure would love a win tonight, as that would most likely put him in contention against racing against his brother, Mr. Twin. But looks like Titanic's going to make a move at turn 1 on Pyle as he gets really tightened up on the track, but no touch.
And Twin is around Scoop, and we have a battle for the lead between the 3 drivers of Scoop, Travis, and Twin. It is heating up here.
Yeah, I've now jumped back out to the front. This is now almost a 4-truck race, rather, as Wide Open is not far off the rear of these 3 guys here. As we are going to go in the... We're going to lock on the 33 of Scoop as we watch this battle. It is 2 wide in front, single file behind. As Scoop's going to push it inside on Twin here. Travis is going to take the high side. Scoop going to try to suck in right next to Travis and bump a little bit on Twin there. Wide Open's going to stick his nose in there and cut off the low end for Twin, as it is now almost 2 by 2 going back down into turn number 3 and 4. Travis now has himself a lead as he is sweating bullets, I'm sure, in that 4th position. He is currently locked in on points, but a winning in driver would most likely ruin his chances. Scoop goes in there really hot on that turn, and Travis just trying to play cool, calm, collective as he makes himself around here.
Guys, when I saw him take the lead, I thought the crowd was roaring so loud I thought Dale Jr. took the lead. As Travis is most definitely our most popular driver in HRS.
Yeah, fan favorite for sure is Travis, as he is looking to lock himself in for to continue his quest at a truck championship. Scooped up on 2 wheels there in that turn. I'm not sure what that was about. Wow. But Travis is now kind of pulling away here just a tad. As he did say all week, he's like, you boys watch me at Martinsville. And here we are. He is leading now, as this 4-truck race is not over.
No, not by a long shot.
Scoop is most certainly turning this truck to its max. I've seen him up on 2 wheels, send it in and getting tight. I'm not sure. I know Scoop understands the urgency here, but I hope he understands where the urgency is needed, as this is still 20 laps remaining in stage number 1. This race is far from over.
Oh, wide open.
Oh, and we have one
Panda's
around. Panda was around there as he collects. Was that Travis?
I believe he collected Travis, but they're
Oh my goodness.
no caution. They're back going. Scoop takes the lead. We wide open second.
I believe we
third.
will probably see a manual here. There should at least be one, I would believe. As
I
we'll
would
follow
hope so,
Scoop
saying
here.
that was the leader.
As I do believe it is a manual caution, as Scoop has slowed down here in the backstretch. So now we will see the field come up to a caution pace. This is a self-imposed caution rather than a game-imposed caution. As you've seen, the flag didn't come out and the leader clearly got taken out there on stream. So what we'll do is the whole field will go around, and then everybody will pit, or to my understanding you don't have to pit, but most everybody will pit. They come back out, another lap or two, restart. And,
I think we got it figured out last night that you at least have to come down pit road. You don't have to take 4 tires and fuel, but you at least have to come down pit road and do the 3-second pit stop on in your pit.
Yeah, as you can
because
see,
we did have that problem.
right.
Yeah, a group of 5 or 6 cars last night stayed out and abused the manual caution rules, and it put some of the guys that were leading the race when the caution came out back in like 10th and 11th position.
As you can see, a good shot here of the cars coming down pit road.
Who is our leader currently? Is it still Scoop?
I guess it would be Scoot. Travis was in the lead, but hit a turned around Punk Panda truck in turn number 4.
Guys, I can almost hear Logano fans, Travis's fans becoming Logano fans after kind of like what happened to Matt Kenseth.
As you see the
When he
pit road calamity
yeah.
here. We got trucks turned around diagonal and everything. That is only for your viewing pleasure. That is not happening on the game. So, but here we are.
Skip
Everybody
is
is parallel parked, and Skip's still in the pits. So I'm not sure what that's about. Everybody, or no, there was a little glitch there. Okay, I wasn't going completely crazy, but Wide Open has now came out in the lead. Scoop behind him.
Are we still in stage 1 or is it in stage 2 now?
We are
This
in
is
stage 1.
Still in stage
All
1.
right.
It's Twoon in 3rd, Lando in 4th, as far as I can see. Travis in 5th.
It looks like they have chosen their lines.
Yep, and there's also the choose rule, so you get that option when you come around. Wide Open has clearly chosen the bottom line here, as I'm sure we're about to go green in this lap, as there's only 10 trucks in the field tonight. As it honestly looks like a lot more, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does when they're all stacked up like this. But yeah, not quite as many as we're used to seeing out here, so guaranteed top 10 for all of those who showed up.
Yeah, and
Yes, indeed.
there's some must-win battles out here. There is some insurance battles out here, as the Wide Open has taken a good lead there on the restart, as the leader does have sole control over restarts. And someone is
3 wide.
someone
racing.
was sideways back there, but we are 3 wide here at Martinsville. The paper
Here's some
clip.
beating and banging there.
So Wide Open trying to take advantage of all that door-to-door racing out there behind him. And Travis here is sitting in 6th position in a must protect spot. He just does not need a win-and-in driver to win, and he will be in. So,
Yeah, and if so, driver was to win, it would come down between Travis and Twoon, and it is very possible to gain points on drivers within these stages. Only one mistake by a driver that needs points,
Yeah.
and
Right, it
That
is
can
only
happen.
a 5-point battle between Twoon and Travis, and Twoon's out here playing a pretty good small ball as he's been up in the front all day. Travis was in the lead until that unfortunate accident with Punk Panda there that just
Yeah.
brought the current or the pass caution
Now,
out.
like Sniper just said, with the stage points, where they run now, if the stage were to end, that would be 8 stage points for Twoon, and I believe only 5 for Travis. So on top of the distance where they are running in the race, the stage points are going to come into effect at the end of the race as well.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And Twin might be getting a little help since he has his brother behind him, and Travis is behind Titanic. So could there possibly be a little insurance between the brothers?
Now, I do believe Titanic is trying to race into the Final Four as well, is he not?
He is 100%. He almost missed last week's race because he did not remember that he had transferred into the next round. So we are lucky that we were able to remind him and get him back out here. And he has a strong truck. He showed it during practice this week, and we'll see what he can do.
We'll certainly be keeping an eye on that 5-point battle between Twoon and Travis, and we'll try to keep up with that with stage points.
And it looks like Scoop is going to try to take the lead away from Wide Open going into turn 1.
As he did take that low line there, and he is going to be almost a full truck ahead. He will not be able to clear him for the slide job, but he will diver in deep, kind of getting on the nose of Wide Open, force him up the track on the exit, and give himself the clearance.
So now, once again, with Scoop running out in the lead here, we go back to that battle in points between Twoon and Travis. And that's, if Scoop can keep leading this race, that's got to be number one thing on their mind. It's just racing each other. As Scoop hits the candy cane there.
So now it's another outside-inside battle. Scoop is able to clear him there. He's going to be able to chop him off. No, Wide Open's going to dive it deep here on 1 and 2, leaving Scoop on the outside. But Scoop has been proven to be good on the outside today as he gets the clearance again as Wide Open comes off the strop. So now here's another...
He got great exit speed on that high side right there.
Yeah, we was watching it earlier between him and Travis, or him and Twoon rather. They were having quite the battle. They even switched spots, I believe unexpectedly, but one inside, one outside on the next lap. It was crazy.
See if we got any good battles going on back here. We got Lando and Titanic having a little bit of a battle.
Oh, and Lando into the wall on exit of 4.
Ooh, who is that? Somebody, I think Sean is around back there.
Seems like the field is still
he's
green.
Going slow.
Puck Panda with a lot of damage on the front of that Ford truck. And we are back with Wide Open. He's still trying to chase down Scoop here.
Oh, now Travis is being looked like Pyle caught Travis very quickly. I don't know if we have any update if Travis got into the wall.
Looks like Travis does have some damage on that nose. That could be possible.
That might be the reason he's not, running up in the front with those guys right now.
He does look a little tight into these turns. Does seem a little slow down the stretches. King Paul still tight was the issue that we seen last night from him. That just too tight here at Martinsville, but looks like we have come down to a caution. I'm not sure.
That might be is that the end of the stage?
Oh, yes, it is the end of the stage. As Scoop is able to take that stage, Wide Open in second, Twoon, Travis, and King Paul. So Twoon is now. So what's the difference on that? Twoon finished 1 spot ahead of Travis.
That's going to be 1 point for the stage. So Twoon will get 8 and then 7 for Travis.
So now,
and then if it were to finish right now, I think that's is it a 2-point or a 5-point difference in just the position?
I believe now with those stage points added, that Twoon has a 6-point lead.
Okay.
Twin currently has a 6-point lead over Travis. So Travis still has hope here in stage number 2, as it is a 70-lap stage. And if he's able to finish very high up to this 10-car field, and somehow Twin's able to finish in the back half of the field, then that deficit could be easily erased. You know, they could be tied, or Travis could even have a 1-2 point lead after that. So it's certainly not over. A stage means a lot right now whenever you're trying to punch yourself into the championship, especially when a win-and-in driver has been leading and dominating, such as Scoop. As you know, he is fighting with every trick in the bag to try to get himself into this truck finale.
Yeah, Travis has that truck cleaned up now. He's got the damage repaired. We'll see what he could do with his top 3 now, as you said that he was at one point leading this race.
Yeah, and you know, Travis leads this race. Twin has an issue or just gets pushed back there, finishes around 6th or 7th this stage. That changes the whole complexity of the the final 4, because it may put Twin in the last position. If Scoop wins the race, Twin's out instead of Travis. It's such a big deal right now, as you've not had a bigger race.
Twin are side by side.
You've not had a bigger race this season than what's going on right here.
Not as far as importance and, coming down to points. Like, we got one guy who needs to win it, who's led the most laps so far, and then 2 guys that are racing each other, nose to tail with each other this whole race.
Yeah, I mean, you have Twin and Travis right there behind Scoop, who's a winning in. These 2 guys are fighting each other so they can stay in, and you got Wide Open up there, already punched his ticket, just causing problems. And the 3 wide here between these 3 drivers fighting for their, championship chances. And really aggressive, I'm sure that, Travis understands the urgency. And Scoop, he obviously, it's oblivious to Scoop that there is urgency. But like I was telling Sniper earlier while you were away, is I hope Scoop understands that there's a moment for the urgency. Like, he could run here most of this stage. He could run here all this stage. It does not matter to Scoop. What it matters is to Twin and Travis.
Right, exactly.
If that makes sense. The end goal is the final lap for Scoop.
Scoop could finish last place, here in this stage, and he's still just fine. He knows he's got the truck to win, so it's really going to come down to him. He'll make up the time he probably just lost there on a pit stop or something like that, because he knows what he's got. And I don't see him panicking at all here. He's cool as a cucumber in that seat of that truck.
I hope our 8
Never
viewers
understood that saying, by the way.
Yeah, right.
Cool as a cucumber. Huh.
I want to take opportunity here to welcome our 8 viewers. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Get somebody in here to ask them to watch it. Just check it out for a few minutes at least. You can even find us on Facebook if you're a driver of the game. If you'd like to join the league, Season 3 is right around the corner. It'll be starting in, I believe, 4.5 weeks or so. And we're going to be running Cup, which is only available to people who ran this season. But we do have Xfinity Customs, and then our Truck Slider League that you're watching right now will be coming back. So we're going to add the Xfinity Custom League, and there's spots open for it. So we encourage you to come out. We want to get a good field going and put on some exciting races for everybody out here. But once again, just thank you all for watching.
Yeah, it's great that we can have fans out here and watching it.
Our stipulations for having new people join, they aren't intense. You don't got to come out and win a race. You just got to run 3 practice races with at least one admin and some other guys in the group. And all we're really making sure is that you can handle your vehicle and run clean without causing a bunch of accidents. And
you'll be running.
You can get.
Yeah, and you'll be running with the guys like in the booth tonight. Like, that's some of the guys you'll do your test race against. And like I said, you do not have to win. You just have to come out there and show us that you know how to race.
Yeah, it's It's actually quite easy to get in. I mean, I was able to get in 3 or 4 races into the season.
Yeah, that right there proves how easy it is to get into the league.
Yeah, I know. I'm not the greatest driver. But,
Nah, no, you had an amazing car last night, and I'm excited to see what you do at Charlotte next week.
In the championship.
And the championship for Cup.
Exactly, and it may be easy to get in, but it can be hard to stay, as people do get demoted and
absolutely.
moved around, and people quit and all that stuff. You know, I'm sure if you have any league experience, you experience most of that stuff. But as far as any league goes that I've been in or been a part of, this is the most interactive league. This is some of the best racing. Some, you know, tempers flare, but respect most of the time, or I would say all the time, comes back around. So
yeah, it's not just the HDRS Racing League, it's the HDRS family. You know, we've all become close, you know, seeing each other 3-4 nights a week on this game, you know, running this races. We've all become quite good friends.
Yeah, most definitely. I race with these guys or just play other games with these guys almost every night, you know. I was a lonely gamer before I joined this league, you know, and I found friends I play across all games with. Punk Panda's around again. Most of the leaders have made it around him. He is around in turn number 4, and
yeah, is he able to get that thing going?
Boys, I can confirm. Lando is out of this race. He left.
Wonder if that was a lag issue, or I remember him saying last night he just really did not like these trucks. He could not get the handle on them.
I received messages from him, and he is not very happy with some situations out on the track. But I mean, once again, this is Martinsville. There will be contact, but it was or I guess there were situations out on the track as we have a battle between Biker and Pile going on, and Panda's just strolling. He's our commentator for the Cup Series, and he is not at all trying to get involved in racing, like especially with the situations that are going on.
Biker is around in the backstretch. Panda hits him. We'll see if that brings out the caution, as I don't believe it has. As someone's coming in hot on Biker. Oh no, he's slowed up some of the leaders here. As that is Scoop, Travis, and Twoon that hit him there. As Biker's still having issues here getting the truck going down the front stretch. So you got Lando there in the pits. And let's get back up here to Wide Open as he gets around Punk Panda now. And here's Travis, Twoon, and Scoop's battle. As we'll try to stay there. Oh, and the 17 is real slow up high. As I wonder what that's about.
I see going slow. Could that be a manual coming out?
I think Punk Panda is AFK.
Well, it is a manual caution for the moment.
Panda is rolling.
Okay, he is still here.
So it is a
looks like a manual caution.
Manual caution. The second one of those tonight. So 2 actual and 2 manuals.
Get this sorted out. I'll go ahead and take the time to do Visceral Killer's popsicle stick joke of the race. Alrighty, this one's a doozy for you. Did you guys hear about the midget psychic that escaped prison? He was a small, medium, at large. So there you go with that one.
That would be tough to find on a popsicle stick, but okay.
Man, that is a knee slapper.
Get it? Small, medium, at large?
Yes.
yes, sir.
I'm all over it.
I almost didn't see it.
So we really got to look deep into what it is. There's a lot of insight there.
Yeah, it was pretty low.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
No, but
I figure nobody in the comments has complained yet, so I'm gonna keep doing one of those jokes every truck race.
No, I got one for you. What happens to
That's
a
my
frog when it
thing.
gets
That's
pulled
my
over?
thing. What is the what?
What happens to a frog when it parks illegally?
I don't know.
It gets towed.
Ha 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 ha. What sound does a witch's vehicle make? Broom, broom.
And as we have Wide Open gets out pit road, remaining in first.
Yeah, Travis in second. Scoop's going to take that outside. So Scoop will actually gain a position here as Travis shows the inside.
Yeah, I can tell you right now that outside is, if you can get a good run on that outside, it will help.
I actually preferred the outside on the restarts because it seemed like most of the congestion happened from the trucks on the inside, having to let up for, people in front of them, whereas that outside could just kind of get that big run out of the turn. As you see, Scoop easily hold on to second here from the outside.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Wide Open held off the inside line and then went a little late to try to stack him up and catch him off guard.
He appears to have been successful as we have Travis and Twoon running 3 and 4 as we have seen them do most of the night. This is a battle for, a chance to be in that championship 4.
Yeah, this is some smoking battles out here. Scoop is really putting that truck in there. As you can see him come out on the exit side of the turn really high. Watch him here. As I was not able to get that in the camera. But here, we'll watch Scoop right here. As he comes diving down into turn number 1. He's really high there.
Yeah, I think he might just be overdriving his entry a little bit right here, trying to see if he can figure out a way to make up time on this 40 truck that Wide Open is hauling around this track here.
Yeah, and goes back to Scoop understanding where the urgency lies. You don't want to wreck yourself or something.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to wreck yourself, but you also don't want to be too cautious to where you miss your opportunity.
Yeah. As we saw last night in the Cup cars, if you were in first, there was a good chance you were going to stay in first. We saw multiple times Sniper lead a chunk of, 50 or 60 laps. We saw Lando lead 50 or 60 laps. And, we saw in stage 1 Wide Open lead 50 or 60 laps. So being out front, I think, is a major advantage at a track like Martinsville, especially considering with no cars in front of you, you can run whatever line you want.
Yeah, and going back to the the urgency thing, some people may say, well, the last stage only matters for Scoop. Well, if you wreck and you end up in 8th, 9th, 10th position, or I guess 7th, 8th, 9th now, you could get stuck back there. You could be the fastest truck on the track, but you can't drive through people. And
right.
At a track as small as Martinsville, things like that could happen. As you've seen it happen to Travis, earlier.
Yeah.
As he got back there, he's one of the fastest trucks, but once you get behind people, that's it.
I found last night in Cup that it would take me 5 or 6 laps to even set up a pass attempt. And that's just on one guy. And that it could be the slowest guy on the track, and you still have to set up to pass him.
Yeah, it takes a lot of patience to be able to set up a pass. I had to wait 10 laps till I even attempted to get around Wide Open in that third stage. I mean, it takes a while, and it takes a lot of patience.
Yeah, and with the talent that these drivers have out here in these trucks, nobody's going to really roll over and give you the bottom, so they're going to make you work their bumper for, like Sniper said, up 10 laps, maybe even more sometimes.
Yeah, most certainly.
It's all going to come off a mistake.
It's just like last night, even with the lap traffic, even a situation between me and Sniper. Me and him raced door to door, as Punk Panda again causing some issue here as he hit.
And he is out of the race now.
Panda has left.
As he got in the
But
scoop there, I believe, gave him some damage, possibly.
And Travis,
He slowed up Travis really bad.
So I wonder if we'll see a manual here. I believe we do not have one.
I believe we have also lost King Pyle. Pyle is his truck is not rocking back and forth in the pits, so I believe
this is now a 7-man race.
Yeah, looks like we're down.
Which is amazing news if you're Travis and Twoon, because that majorly narrows the gap that they can separate each other with.
Yeah, but it's also good news for drivers that are a must-win. It's less positions, less trucks that they have to battle to get around.
If Scoop were to make a mistake now, he's going to be restarting 7th as opposed to, like 10th or 11th.
Exactly. And we're going to take this moment to go over to your pit road check, which is sponsored by ZQuil Non-Habit Forming Formula. As we have Punk Panda on pit road. And we also have Lando on pit road, ironically. And King Paul. So that is your sleepers on pit road of the race.
Lando is out of this race, as well as King Pyle and Panda.
All right, Larry McReynolds.
Very good analysis there, Larry. Now we're back over here.
I haven't slept in 4 days.
I'm sure you haven't been the same since you were the crew chief of the Dale crew.
Always a good time in this booth up here. Thanks, Larry, for your insight. Always a magician at, pantomiming a picture for the fans here.
Let's go over to the cutaway car here. This is too good.
We'll see as these crush panels, if they go away, that's just going to dump the exhaust right inside the car, and those drivers are going to get hot. They're going to be sweating more than a hot tamale in a pressure cooker.
They're going to be sweating like a pig in the middle of June.
Now, I believe I've just suffered a stroke.
As we still have a good battle up front here between Wide Open and Scoop. So
Scoop's not saying goodbye. He's not letting Wide Open run away.
Certainly not backing down, but Twoon's not far off of him there in 3rd. And Travis, I'm not sure. I believe he's just out there running along.
4th. He had to slam on his brakes and completely slow down to a complete halt because Panda was just sitting on the truck idle.
And we have 21 laps left.
Scoop going for the lead here.
Yeah, guys, we still have 21 laps left of this second stage. So
seen a little bit of smoke come off the rear end of Wide Open there, so he could have been hardening the brakes there. Might want to keep an eye on that right now. As I'm going to hand this, I'm going to keep the battle on Scoop and Wide Open here. Hand this over to you all for a moment.
Alrighty. Now, being this late into a run, what do you think some of the important keys are, Sniper, to maintaining your track position and taking care of the truck?
Well, I know from experience, it's going to be how you run that line. If you want to, and it also depends on your tires. If your tires are wearing at accelerated pace, you may want to go to the outside and try to get on less gas and be able to roll the corner a little bit better and hope for the runoff. But you also have to watch out for the brakes. If you brake too hard, you'll wear out those tires faster.
Yeah, you can see that battle they had where Scoop got around Wide Open, probably because of the worn tires, actually allowed Twoon to catch up to them. We'll see if he can close that gap even more. I think, though, this is, with Scoop being out here in front like this now, I think we just see them kind of ride it, for the rest of this run like this. Because at this point, tires really aren't great enough to be super aggressive and make another attempt at a pass.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's all going to come down to patience, and that is one of the keys to these races is patience, tires, and are you willing to give the bumper when it counts?
Right, yeah, because if you don't make that pass within the first 20 laps, you're fighting your own vehicle so hard that you really can't worry about trying to pass somebody else.
Yeah. I have a time breakdown, and this is from Wide Open. Wide Open is about 6/10 to 5/10 behind Scoop. He is around 8/10 ahead of Toon, and he is almost 6 seconds ahead of Travis in fourth.
Yeah, we had, I want to say, 17 people show up in Cup last night, and by the end of stage 1, I think we only had 8 people on the lead lap.
Yeah, it was extremely fast racing, but we had a lot of lap down cars. It all came off pit strategy. Well, could pit strategy become a essence in this race as well?
Yeah, I think one of the things we found out in both Cup and Trucks is unless you can stretch enough fuel to make it to the finish, it's not a good idea to try to stay out on those worn tires when the other leaders break down pit road for fresh ones.
Oh no, not at all. I learned that lesson a little last night. And actually pitting earlier hurt me in the long run because they would have those fresher tires. So actually staying out a little bit later would help out, but it all came down to how your truck is set up and if you can do that.
You don't want to stay out too much later, though. Like if second, third, fourth, and fifth all come down on the same lap, you don't want to try to run another 10 laps on these worn tires, you know?
No,
they're running 2 seconds faster than you. And that's just time that they're making up for when you inevitably do come down pit road.
Yeah, it will. It can definitely hurt you severely. And it looks like we have Scoop on the back bumper of old Titanic Joe.
Yeah, finally starting to get to lapped vehicles. We'll see how hard they fight Scoop here to stay on this lead lap.
Yeah, and I can tell you right now, your top 5 are Scoop, Wide Open, Toon, Travis, and Killer Sean. Now we haven't been calling his name a lot at all this race, but he's been consistent. But he does have Scoop right there on his bumper.
Yeah, as you can see out here in this fresh air now, Scoop's really putting a gap on second place. He's probably got it to about a 1.2 second lead, I'd guess.
Yeah, around a 1.1.
Oh, as Titanic is hard into the wall. I wonder if Wide Open got into him.
Yeah, that could be possible. And no, from the look point of me watching on Wide Open's truck, it just looked like Titanic lost it.
All right. Got a lap count until the end of the stage.
I will get it when Wide Open comes back around, but I believe we are closing down to 10 laps to go.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
We are actually 6 laps remaining in stage 2.
All right, yeah, and as we see Scoop still enjoying that rather sizable lead here, it seems like he definitely brought his A game and then some to these trucks, saying, you know what, I may have unfortunately missed the Cup, championship, but he's pretty much putting his foot down and saying, you guys are going to have to beat me, and you're probably going to have to move me to do it, because he's far and away probably the best truck on the track right now.
Oh, most definitely, especially when it comes to consistency as well. It's not only coming down to speed, it's consistency, because you can easily hit those candy canes and there goes your run, but I see right now Scoop's trying a line where he's staying clear away from those candy canes, where Wide Open's cutting in a lot closer.
Yeah, that diamond shape seems to be the better line here on these super worn tires. And like I kind of hit on that earlier, it allows you to get into the gas sooner than if you're on the bottom, because you're actually, coming down the banking instead of working against it.
100%.
All right, guys, I have returned and still on board with Scoop here. We're down to not many laps to go here in stage number 2, and if you're someone like Travis,
I want to say it's 2 to go, I think.
Yeah, and if you're someone like Travis, you are sweating profusely right now because that winning in the Scoop, and you're the first one out after that, and that is stage number 2.
That is stage.
So that is Scoop taking stage number 2, wide open in tow behind him, followed by Twoon and Travis. So that battle has now remained the same as Twoon is now up to 7 points. So Travis would need Twoon to have a terrible outing here.
Finish.
Last place finish, and he would have to finish in the top 3, I believe. So,
wait, Twoon? You mean Travis? Travis would have to get top 3, and Twoon would have to get 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, because Twoon has a 7-point gap over Travis, Travis would have to have an outstanding finish with Twoon not. Twoon would have to
if a win and in driver were to win, that is the case. Yeah. So Travis right now is first one out of the truck championship if Scoop was to win the race. 110 lap stage ahead with looking like 2 pits going to be associated with that. So
and it's Scoop wide open on the front row again.
Yep, and right here going to follow Scoop through turn number 1. Wide open going to take the inside though.
They're 3 wide off of turn 2 with Scoop on the outside. He's going to get that run, but he is not going to clear wide open, and Twoon's not going to be afraid to put his money where it is.
Yeah, wide open, really going to make Scoop work for this, and I think we're seeing wide open race so hard because he knows just how much talent Scoop has, and I think he'd rather not see him in that championship race.
Yeah, I believe it was and it looks like Travis gives the bumper to Twoon.
A little bit of a bump, yeah.
Yeah, so Wide Open is able to stretch it back out there to the lead. If Wide Open wins this race, Travis would actually be saved, but Travis is running third at the moment. So we'll see how that holds up for him. He really needs, if Scoop's still going to be the challenger here that he has been, he really needs Twoon to have something go wrong.
And with how consistent Twoon's been, I just don't see that happening.
We're getting on board with Twoon here.
Wide Open being in the lead right now is helping Travis.
Yes.
And Twoon, it's helping them both.
Yeah.
Really, Twoon is in the driver's seat here. He just has to keep his nose clean, and he is good. That's all he has to do.
Yeah, he's third or fourth fastest, on the track no matter what. So I think he'll be away from the danger. And once this all gets sorted out, these guys are going to be, half a second away from each other and just, focusing on running your own individual line.
Oh, we got Travis and Scoop side by side, and it's going to come down to this. Like, Travis wants to get to the lead. He doesn't want to settle with hoping for Scoop not to win. He wants to win this race, and Travis has been not just telling us, he's been showing us all week. He has been one of the most fastest truck drivers at this track. He showed it in Cup, and he's showing it now.
I just want to restate what I said earlier. Right, we got 10 people on with us now. We greatly appreciate that. But for all the Travis fans in there, Travis is in a dire situation here, as he does not need Scoop or any other win and in racer to win. So basically, if Scoop, Titanic, or Killer Sean wins this race, at the moment, Travis would be out of the truck championship. So he's really hoping Wide Open holds on to this, or that Twoon has some kind of issue coming down the stretch. As you are watching stage number 3 here in the round of 8 elimination race, people are trying to continue their quest for a truck championship right here at the paperclip, and it's all going down with Wide Open, Travis, Scoop, and Twoon up here in your lead packs.
Yeah, it looks like maybe Scoop has a longer run truck here, because I believe this happened last time too, where Wide Open kind of led, and then on worn tires, Scoop was able to track him down. So that could be pretty important coming to the end of this race as well. I mean, if we only have 16 laps to go, that may be a huge disadvantage for Scoop.
Well, now we see the battle in that 87 truck as he is now in second place, Twoon in fourth. You know, obviously Travis wins here. That would just help Twoon, you know, solidify his spot as well. But Scoop is the wild card here, as he's been up there strong all night. So that's the driver you need to keep your eye on. If he wins this race, he really shakes up who's in that race at Charlotte next weekend.
Yeah, guys, I mean, I don't want to jump the gun right now, but from how the points are looking and how many trucks are left out here, I mean, right now we only have a 7-truck field. I would be saying Twoon is locked into the championship round, so it's going to come down to a new winner or Travis.
Yeah.
Just based off of points, I mean, it is a 7-point gap between Travis and Twoon. So it's going to be, can Wide Open or someone hold off Scoop?
Travis holds his destiny in his hands right now. He has the opportunity to block Scoop from the win. He has the opportunity to just win it himself. So he's really in a good spot, but also a very nerve-wracking one.
Because of, like Sniper said, I think Travis is giving it everything he has. Because if Scoop can get around and get back to the lead, Travis basically has to then win it himself.
We got Scoop and Travis. They're not, like we have said, Scoop and Travis, they are not afraid to beat doors, and they're not afraid to race each other hard, and they're showing that right now.
Beat what? You said doors, right?
Yes.
All right. Enunciate there, Sniper. We don't want any misconstrued things said on the stream here.
We don't want to get canceled. But anyhow... we're just watching this battle up here between these top 4 trucks. They've been the show here for most of the race, and honestly, it is the whole show, because I mean, you have Wide Open who's already in, and he's up there just holding first place away from everybody else, and these other 3 drivers in the field are just hoping Scoop don't win.
Yeah. As Scoop did get around Travis, and now that his truck is warmed up, he's making that push back up to Wide Open again.
Yeah, Scoop, strong contention again. I mean, just showing what he's got there in that back end. I mean, really, once you're at the money laps right here, we're 20-some laps in on this run now, as we're down in the 80-some to go, 87. So...
Okay.
You got
already, about 30 laps into this run.
You got Bacher, Titanic Joe, and Killer Sean back here racing each other. And then you have this front pack. But that's Travis and Twoon together once more, as really Travis just hopes Scoop doesn't win. That's really the only thing that would keep him away from a championship at this moment. Or a chance at the championship, I should say.
And every lap, Scoop just cuts away at that lead Wide Open has. So, and Travis is just stuck there watching it happen. He's doing his absolute best here, as he's got a great truck. He's not a slouch back there running in, like 38th position. He's got a good truck. He's just fingers crossed right now that Scoop does not get this win.
Most certainly. I mean, like, he held his destiny there in second place. He had the opportunity to control what Scoop could do, but also had the control to maybe win the race. So
as Scoop is now at the bumper of Wide Open. Wide Open still running that candy cane, line, and Scoop's running the diamond.
As there still is a pit that remains here in this race. So anything can happen. A speeding penalty will literally destroy your race. Just so late.
At least one pit. We'll see how far they can push these trucks.
Yeah, tire is also an issue. Maybe they will not be able to run a whole fuel run on that. Scoop comes in hard on the inside, trying to take the lead away from Wide Open, but not able to happen. Wide Open's able to accelerate out of the turn and kindly get ahead of them. So Wide Open able to complete the pass here in this turn and lead him up high past the line. And it's just really heating up, man. Like Wide Open also kind of controls some destiny here. As does Wide Open want to face Scoop in the championship? You know, that's always a thought process.
Biker spun around at the entrance of pit road. I don't know if he was trying to get on there.
I caught the end of that there. It's like Wide Open said after he had already punched his ticket. He said he wants to make this go on points. He don't want a bunch of tickets punched. He wants the points to decide this. And he's controlling that fate at the moment.
Yeah, sadly he was not able to do that with Cup, with Death punching his ticket at Road America, and then me being the upset shocker at winning at Martinsville last night.
Yeah. Scoop making a big push. I think Scoop's probably...
He's running out of patience.
Yeah, he's running out of patience. I think he puts the bumper to him here within the next 5, maybe 10 laps.
I'm sure it's frustrating for someone like Scoop needing a win so desperately, and he's out here battling somebody that's already in. I'm sure
he knows he's got the faster truck right now, too, which is even more upsetting to him.
I'm telling you, Wide Open, he really breaks down in those turns. He's not really turning or letting up. He's just hard on the brakes, diving it down close to that stripe and getting out. As Titanic, I do believe, is slow here, as the leaders are getting up on him. As Titanic's going to be splitting the field here, cutting it back inside on Wide Open. So he's not giving them any slack here, as he's also in a must-win situation. And you can't blame him, you know. He's fighting for his playoff life out here.
Yeah. Really curious to see what Scoop does here. Like you said, he's definitely running out of patience here behind Wide Open.
Oh, and he goes to make the move on the inside.
Make a bid for,
He's going to take it hard on the inside here. Door to door, bumped up Wide Open there a little bit. And Scoop going to complete the pass. I got to think that was intentional
after Wide Open holding him up for as long as he did.
No, we'll see Wide Open try to do that same thing here on the inside turn, as he tries to do it on the exit there, but he's not able to quite fulfill the dream. As I'm sure we're just waiting for a good clean dive bomb here at any moment. I don't know what.
No, he overdrove that turn.
Yep, he may have went for it there, but it wasn't quite the setup.
I mean, I don't want to say that I would have done the same thing as Scoop, but if I was getting held up that much, I most definitely would show my disapproval, and it would not be through words.
Yeah, this is Martinsville, you know. They do their talking with the bumpers.
Yeah. Gotta use the chrome horn sometimes, and looks like Scoop's on a wider line, and it's giving Wide Open.
Yeah, I think he might have burned up his tires making the pass happen. We'll see, though.
And that could also... they door.
So, Wide Open's definitely not making it easy here on Scoop either, as he has now done that little dive bomb move I was talking about. Scoop's going to try to come back and give it right back to him in 3 and 4. He's not quite able to make it there.
It looks like we have a side-by-side battle between Toon and Travis, and now those two are going to be battling, and we already know the urgency with Travis now, because he is seeing that Scoop has a winnable truck, and he's not wanting to take the risk of him having to win.
Yeah, unfortunately it's all up to Wide Open and Scoop here what happens with these playoffs.
Killer Sean is in the mix now as he got up into the wall there. Wide Open gets around him, scooped down on the inside as the battle for first still
better of it and
continues.
just lets him go away.
So it's getting dicey out here. Scoop, needing that win. Wide Open, not so much.
I think Scoop ran the tires off the truck here.
That's a good possibility as they come down to 67 to go. So
that could be very, very disappointing if that is the case here, and Wide Open can get a bit of a lead, seeing that Wide Open already has the better short run truck. Scoop really needed to hold that pass and try to put a little distance on Wide Open.
I can confirm Wide Open has pulled to over a 1 second lead over Scoop. It is a 1.2 second gap with a 4 second gap over Twin and almost a 5 second gap over Travis. So I believe you guys are right that Scoop has worn those tires out way too early, and Wide Open, it's Wide Open's race now.
Yeah.
For all those people out there watching, as I know we have a lot of Travis fans out there, as the field sits right now, it's Wide Open, Scoop, Twin, and Travis. At this moment, if the race were to end, Travis would be in the championship, along with Death, Twin, and Wide Open. But if Scoop somehow is able to get that strong truck that showed out in the first two stages up here at the end of the third, that would spell detrimental to Travis, as he would be knocked out of a chance for a championship. So it is very hairy racing, if you will, here right now at the True North Global 250 at the Paperclip.
Now, is Scoop making up time? It looks like he is, Sniper.
Let me check on that. And no, the gap is still within 1 second. But yeah, it looks like he is trying a different line and trying to cut it down. It's like he's driving it in a little deeper.
Yeah, as long as Scoop can keep his eyes on that bumper, he's not out of this race, but he'll definitely have to make an adjustment to make his truck better on that short run, because, if Scoop sees Wide Open jump out to a 3 second lead after they pit, I don't think Scoop's got the truck to catch him.
I don't, because I don't see it either, and right now I'm watching on cam with Wide Open on his stream, and he's taking it cool. He's keeping it clean. I haven't seen a mistake out of Wide Open in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Travis, or I'm sorry, it wasn't Travis, I don't believe. Somebody got kind of swirly there in the backstretch. I'm not sure who that was.
I'll take your pick, since we got like 5 guys running out here.
It's, I believe it's Killer Sean that was back there. He's kind of having some issues off those exits, as you will see, as they are deep into this run on these trucks too. Pit stops are not far off into the horizon, as 58 laps.
Coming up on
58 laps was the run, and they are at 58 laps to go. So we'll see that probably like within 10
Scoop is
15 laps.
Scoop is pitting.
Scoop's going to take the early go. 58 laps to go. He could make it on a full tank. That's if the tires are able to make it. We'll see what Scoop's got up his sleeve here.
I think that's what he's betting on. He's hoping to cut the run a little shorter and make up some of that time that Wide Open had gained on fresh tires, knowing that his truck's a little bit quicker on the worn tires. That's actually not a bad decision there.
It is not, but
no.
I can tell you guys the lead before Scoop pitted, it was a 2.2 second gap between those two drivers.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of time to make up here.
He will. I know the most ideal time where to pit if gap is around only around second and a half, so we'll see if this hurts him, but
Scoop
I don't believe it should hurt him severely.
Scoop is only well, now he is 2 laps down, so we'll see how that works out for Scoop, as he will be on fresher tires here, so I'm sure we'll see some pretty decent speed out of his first few laps. probably even get close back up to the rear end of Wide Open here and instantly be able to tick off a lap when he pits. But, Wide Open, he's just cruising. He's just out here running his race.
Curious how many laps Wide Open can still go on this fuel run.
That Tundra of Titanic is now down pit road. Bacher is in the pits also in his Ford F-150.
I mean, guys, from the looks, he's going into those corners. He's off of braking. He's dropping his RPM to down towards 5,000 RPM. So that in a NASCAR, that is that's dropping him pretty far.
Yeah, that's well, we went over that. I thought already that we were trying to cut down on the fuel saving. So curious what some of the admins will have to say about that.
Well, Wide Open's running a 4-gear here.
He is running 4.
Yeah, no option, no choice because it's a slider.
Absolutely not.
That's right. I forgot about that. But he's redlining nearly into the turns here. And he is braking very, very heavily.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, he's braking almost 2 to 3 truck lengths before the entrance at corner. He's not getting onto the gas until off of corner exit. So
curious to see how this all works out once pit roads, are all said and done. Or once pit stops are all said and done, because Scoop's not really gaining that much on Twoon, who is on worn tires as I'm watching Scoop. Like you would imagine, with fresh tires, Scoop would already be a half a lap ahead of Twoon.
Yeah, that's true. I've been on board with Scoop here for the last several laps, but he's not really making a lot of speed up off of Twoon there. So it just makes you wonder, is just Wide Open running slow possibly?
Maybe he's just really saving those tires knowing he has to maximize his fuel run here. Tough to tell.
Wide Open has the field lapped all but Twoon at the moment, so we'll see how that works out.
And Travis is out of pits.
So now the whole field will be 2 laps down, I do believe, as Wide Open's fuel light has just now turned on. So we'll see him come down within the next 2 laps, as 45 remain here in the elimination race of the round of 8.
Fuel run.
Right now, Wide Open.
Oh, Wide Open is around and going into the pits
before pit road.
So Wide Open's going to fix damage and everything.
Take the lead.
Oh no!
That is detrimental, and that could help out Scoop, which will not help out.
I don't see how Scoop is not in the lead after that.
Well, you still have Twoon on track.
Right now, Twoon is in the lead, and Twoon pitting. Guys, the fuel run is 44 laps. There will be 44 laps to go. Twoon can make it on this pit stop.
So Scoop is...
Yeah, I think everybody can make it on this pit stop.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Scoop is the only one out there stretching it. So Scoop actually went in with 58 to go. Once he came down pit road, probably around 57. So at 2 cans, he took max fuel to make it to the end of this race.
Max cans, I believe 2 cans is 44 laps. So I don't know.
Well,
I believe it was 58.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's 58 or closer to 60, because Wide Open just ran almost 70 laps there. 64 laps, I think, on that fuel run is what Wide Open just did.
Yeah, 48 laps is the fuel run. Sorry for the misconception. Wide Open only took 1.5 cans. But that is a big loss for only half a can, losing around 13 laps.
I put Wide Open in 5th, coming back out here on the track. Twoon still in the lead with Travis is now in 3rd. Now, so I wasn't looking at the lead there.
Does that have Scoop in 2nd?
Scoop is actually the leader. So
All right.
he has lap traffic and Bacher behind him here, but Scoop is leading, and that is not good news for the 87 truck of Travis.
Yeah, that is Travis not far off, though, of Scoop. And got to remember, Travis pitted 10 laps after, Scoop, so he's got those fresher tires.
As well as Twin is right
Wouldn't
behind
that
Travis
be something
as well.
to see Scoop and Travis race for this win?
That would be something to see here. As Scoop is out there on the most worn truck in the field, so his lead is going to come down to what's going to happen, 30 laps from now for Scoop.
Yeah.
And Wide Open's out here making moves as he goes around Travis just now. So Wide Open's fresh tires are making the difference for him out there at the moment. And we're at 211 out of 250.
I think that would have been Killer Sean, because it looks like Travis is
behind Biker with Toon right behind Travis.
Yeah, I think that was Killer Sean. You saw him go by.
We got. I'm on board with Bacher. He's got Travis behind him. Okay. Sleepy Lando and Paul there in the pits, and Titanic Joe still out here fighting for his right into the championship, as he is must win from the beginning. So was Killer Sean, as he's also still out here. That shows true grit. They realize anything can happen, and you could be the truck that wins this race. And that's all it takes for you to get in there and get a shot. But Wide Open coming out here after that late pit, and also pit fiasco that he had there. He spun around, got into the wall there on pit entry.
Wide Open ended up having a 27-second pit stop due to damage as well.
Yeah, that's tough.
I believe that is a race win killer right there.
Yeah, I would have to imagine. Unless we see a caution.
Well, with 7 trucks out on the track, it would take a substantial amount to bring that out. So I believe that we're going to go green on the way out.
Like I said, 30 laps from now, it could be totally different for Scoop's truck. 35 laps remaining with 5 to go. How is that truck going to be for Scoop? With
it may be damn near undrivable exiting the turns.
Exactly. As he comes up on Killer Sean, who has had issues tonight, as he's just going to let Scoop go around.
And Travis and Toon are catching him.
Let's get over here to one of those fellas. Here's Travis on board. Got Killer Sean and Scoop in front of him.
Yeah, wow. If it's looking the way I think it is, it looks like Scoop only has like a 0.9 second lead over Travis. Now that is if Travis is on the lead lap, which I cannot confirm.
Exactly. Which is, I don't know.
Is Wide Open
Travis
on the lead lap, or is he a lap down?
He is on the lead lap, 13 seconds behind.
That would mean Travis is on the lead lap then.
Yes.
Travis is in second with Twin in third, as they are battling right now with each other.
And that's what they don't need to do right now.
As we take you to your Goodwill Blimp Skycam, as you see a little bit of that nose get into the tail bumper of Travis there in 1 and 2. As they are fighting hard amongst each other. But Travis just needs Scoop not to win this race. And it's really that simple.
I mean, he's catching him right now. Travis may be able to... Oh, we got Wide Open around on the backstretch.
Oh no, he's got up into Travis here, causing a little bit of issue. We'll see how that works out for him. It causes Travis to get off the strip. Oh, we have a lot of trucks just meeting up here at the line this time.
Yeah, wonder what Wide Open's doing here, racing. Is that a caution?
I believe it did bring out a caution here. I believe they're going to call a manual there.
Now, why would they do
Because
that?
I believe we got cars getting their laps back now. And Killer Sean and Joe, that's who we saw go on by there when everybody else slowed down. So I'm sure they something happened between two trucks there that we didn't quite catch. And
Maybe
brought
Wide
out
Open
the
got
manual.
taken out by Killer Sean or Biker or someone like that.
That's what I'm believing.
It was Biker. It was Wide Open and Biker. Biker was spun around and he did not go invisible, and Wide Open slammed into him.
So as you see it here, Travis Hope is now more alive than ever, as everybody's going to be on the same playing field now, as coming down to the last
Scoop
laps
did
of
not
the
want to
race.
see that caution.
No, he did not.
At this point, Scoop has to take tires. He has no option.
Well,
I don't know why you just don't go full out here.
You have to now.
Yeah, because if he doesn't take anything, Travis is 10 lap newer tires.
And they will
plus,
stampede.
You know, Scoop can't risk everyone else not taking anything, or taking 4, and him being on old tires. Because it's not like, when the game calls a caution, he can't see what they're doing here. And second on back could take 4 tires, and he could decide, oh, I'll just take rights, and then that screws him. So I think you take 4 here.
Yeah. As everybody gets in there for their service now, as this most likely, unless barring another caution, will be the last service of the race. You might see most drivers here taking no fuel, 4 tires, and fixing any damage they may have. So,
yeah, that looks like a 4-tire stop for Twoon and Scoop.
See Titanic and
Travis gets out. Travis in the lead here.
That is a great pit stop for Travis.
Wow.
So now here goes Travis again, holding his own fate as he was in second earlier in front of Scoop with Wide Open in the lead. He's now going to have the lead to hold against Scoop. So
Wide Open is just now exiting pits, so I believe they may be going around one more time, or are they going to go?
Nope, they're going to take it around one more time.
They will take one more round.
It's looking like Scoop may be in the lead. Are they not doing it to exiting pits? Is it just like where you enter is
could
where
have
you
possibly
exit?
seen a glitch, where he jumped out. Or possibly
right.
Travis could have accepted the outside.
Or Travis could, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, would not be a bad decision. If he does get to control the start, he can get a wider entrance into the corner.
Because he knows Scoop prefers running that diamond. Maybe he thinks it's better to make Scoop run the candy cane here, something he's not really done all race.
As this time, I believe we'll see them go green as they enter the Geico restart zone, and they are on it.
It looks like Scoop was the leader because it looked like Scoop did control that start. But Scoop sends it.
Oh, no.
Scoop
to the lead with Titanic.
Scoop off the wall.
Titanic
there.
in a win-in situation.
Where has Titanic come from?
He's just been out here going through it. It's like I was saying earlier. Him and Killer Sean have been out here just sticking with it. And, that's all he needed was a caution here late, get everybody on the lead lap. Or actually, Titanic is still a lap down. So, unfortunate for him. Only 4 drivers are on the lead lap, and it's the coverage we've been having all night. It's between Scoop, Wide Open, and Travis and Twoon. As 32 is having some issue back there.
Out. And that's allowed Wide Open to climb up into the mix again.
So you got Twoon out here stretching that lead. Travis still sitting comfortable, but he needs to race Scoop hard. He needs to make sure Scoop doesn't get on the bumper of Twoon there and get himself a win. Travis does hold his fate. I've never seen someone literally control so much of what could happen to themselves when it comes to racing. And that is right here, right now
Wide
with
Open
Travis.
running it hard now, too.
Oh, Travis going to try to complete the pass here on Scoop. Get up high. He's battling Scoop and Wide Open now. He's going to hope for Wide Open not to dive it in on him. He didn't. So now Scoop's falling back a little bit. Back with that nemesis Wide Open. As he has now made the pass on Scoop. So Scoop now drops back to 4th in his must-win situation.
And Twoon has checked out, guys. He's pulling. He has a very good lead over Travis right now. And I can tell you right now, Toon is not going to give that lead up at all.
Yeah, Twin flirting with a 2-second lead here. Just needs to drive good and clean for the remainder of this race, as we're down under 20 to go, I'm sure, as we'll find out this time by. We are at 18 to go. So,
oh, wow.
You know, Twin already in on the points. Travis just needs the 33 to stay at bay and keep him out of there.
Travis doesn't mind seeing Twin lead this race right now.
No, Travis, like I said, just holds his own fate here. And, you know, Scoop just back there, probably just waiting for his moment. But he can't let Twin get too far ahead of everybody here. He's got to win. And that's where the urgency comes into play. Like, maybe Scoop urgenced himself out here early in the race driving hard. You never know. But we have a good battle here. As I'm going to stay on board, as we know the obvious is Twin is in the lead, flirting with 2 seconds over Travis here. And then we have the battle of Travis wide open and Scoop. It's just Travis has to hold on here. And we got Yeetus back on board with us. This is coming down to the nitty gritty here for the round of 8. And it's really, Scoop doesn't win, Travis is in. Scoop wins, Travis is out. And Twin out here still climbing the lead
like
even
Scoop
farther.
Might have overdriven the truck.
Yeah, it looks
tell.
like
You know he's driving his heart out right here. And if anybody can make it happen, he can. But I think we'd have to see some sort of incident from Twoon at this point.
absolutely. And I don't know if you guys do remember, but before the trucks joined HRS, it was Panda's League, and Twoon was the champion. So Twoon is looking to go back to back.
He's definitely gotten comfortable in these truck sliders.
Twin had
Curious
a little.
to see if, go ahead, Steve.
I was going to say, Twin had a little system issue earlier in the week. Had to get a whole new system just to be able to be here to fight and protect his chance to defend that title. And here he is in new fashion, rather old fashioned out on the track, leading this race. And, you know, just proving that he deserves to be in that top 4. As we got some door banging between Travis and wide open there. Scoop going to now force the issue. Scoop's trying to do the Scoop did a crossover mid-turn at Martinsville. Didn't quite work out for him.
Just got way too tight.
Yeah.
I wonder if he made an adjustment for the short run and it's just not panning out.
I can tell you it happens.
Yeah.
No, this is the urgency is coming in to play here. For Scoop, I do believe, as he knows he has to win this race.
Is it 10 to go now?
It's not quite there yet, but we'll find out this time by. But, you know, Travis, he's got to keep Scoop from winning, and Scoop knows he's 3 spots out from winning, as we are. Oh, we're at 9 to go here.
We're 9 to go. We're coming up to 8 to go.
Got Twoon still out there in the lead. He is he's exactly 2 seconds ahead with 8 to go now. So Twoon wins this. Travis will get in. Scoop is the denominator as he is running currently in 4th. Travis holding that fate as he can block Scoop away from the win here. And you can't blame him. You're fighting for a spot in the championship here.
Yeah.
And, you know, you got to race the guy hard.
Travis does here is just fighting for his overall, you know.
As you can see, Travis taking on the inside here takes away every possible area for Scoop to be able to make a move and advance up this track as he keeps it too wide all the way around. I mean, this is very defensive driving from Travis while using another truck on the track. It's maybe not conventional, but it is certainly working out as they get single file now as he makes the move past wide open.
6 to go now, right? Or is that 7?
Not quite sure.
I think that's 6.
We're at 6 to go, yeah.
Yes, that's 6 to go.
Coming into 5 to go now.
So we're 5 to go, and Scoop's making moves. He's trying to get...
I think this is acceptance here at this point.
No, there's 5 laps to go. Anything can happen.
To accept it.
Twin can make a mistake here. You know, he's on the inside of Travis. He's going to force him up the track a little bit. I'm falling on rear view of Scoop. He got him up into the wall there. Scoop knows he has to win this race.
4 to go now.
Oh, Travis is racing him hard on the outside, not giving him the line that he would like. Wide open, still out there
or
in
is this
second.
3 to go? I think that's 4 to go? 3 to go. 3 to go, I believe. This
Man,
track
we
is
are
so
coming
small.
down to it all right here at Hammerdown in the round of 8.
4 to go.
I'm sure Travis
so we're
has
coming
his
to 3 to
fingers
go.
crossed as Scoop is making a move to come up on the tail end of wide open
3 to
here.
go.
3.5 second lead for Twoon out there. Scoop's giving it everything he can. If he does not win this race, he will not make it. Travis will advance. Right
And
now,
we're
as
coming to 2 to go.
right now as
2
it
to
sits,
go.
we have wide open Death and Twoon that is most likely in for sure, and it's just between if Scoop wins or loses. Right now, with 2 laps remaining, as Twoon's going to go around and take our final lap. It's going to take the white flag here
White
in
flag, yeah.
the elimination race of the round of 8. So here we go. We're going to get on board with
Oh, and is
Mr.
that
Twoon.
Biker spun around?
Okay, Biker kept it
Biker's
out of the
up.
way, though.
He's up in the
But he is
wall,
out
of the way. We're going to go front view
And
from Twoon.
that is
And
Twoon,
Twoon
the winner of the True North Global 250 at Martinsville
And
Speedway.
he wrecks
Pulls
it
off a
across the
charging
line.
wide open and a desperate Scoop somehow to claim a victory here and guarantee himself a chance in the championship, as well as locking Travis in.
Yeah, he helped out Travis, and your finishing order is Twoon in first, Wide Open second, Scoop third, Travis fourth, Killer Sean fifth, I believe Titanic sixth, and Bad Dad Biker, and he will finish seventh, and that'll round out your drivers that finish the race: Panda in eighth, Pile in ninth, and Lando in 10th. And that'll round out your field.
So now the field is set with that Scoop not being able to finish in first. Your championship for the people
I
who
say
have
we
battled.
get Twoon, Travis, and let me get somebody else who maybe
Let's
doesn't get a lot of
Scoop
time in here. I don't really want to get Scoop in here, I just want to let him chill after that.
Yeah, good point.
Well, anyways, our 4 for the that's where all this quest started, and now the 4 that will battle next weekend at Charlotte are Wide Open, Death Before Dishonor, Mr. Twoon, and the fan favorite Travis. He made it in tonight. He held his destiny out there at the paperclip, and he got it. So let's try to get Twoon and Travis in here, and at least
Let's
those
get
two
Killer
guys.
Sean in here. Let's get Killer Sean or Titanic in here, because I mean, I would believe Titanic would want to celebrate with his brother here in this interview.
We had a heck of a race there. I can't complain with that one at all. That was with the small field. That was exciting racing because
Hey, Stu, did you send out invites or did you want me to?
you can. I don't have any notifications or anything up.
All right.
If I open a screen, we can't hear you all.
Okay. 10-4.
Alright, I'm adding Twoon, Titanic, and Travis.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds like a good 3 to get in. That was certainly nerve-wracking for Travis out there tonight. I'm sure Twoon,
Oh,
with
I
those,
imagine.
with those 2 good stage finishes in the beginning, he kind of sealed it up there with a 7-point lead with only the 3rd stage to go. So that was great racing. I see we got Twoon in here now. Twoon, man, what a win. I mean, you punched your ticket, but you were already in there. Anyhow, sitting 3rd in points, had two great stage finishes there in the beginning. Man, I mean, just how was you able to jump out there on that last restart and just hang out? You had over a 3.5 second lead at the end.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the I was saying it earlier. That's the importance of being out in the front here at a track like Martinsville, because you said you were a third, fourth place truck, but you got that lead, and you almost stepped out to a 4-second lead on these guys.
That's something we talked about with Scoop there early in the race. Is like, did he understand where the urgency was at the end of the race? It almost felt like he just all the urgency had left him once he got there at the end of that last stage. But nonetheless, like you said, it was an amazing race from start to finish. 4 trucks really battling, and they all mattered. I mean, Wide Open was just, Wide Open was a placeholder, just being in the points lead. Already punched in there, but you had Scoop that could win and knock Travis out, and then if you finish bad, Travis could finish well. There was a lot that could have went on out there, but you solidified it with that win.
Hell yeah, man, dude. Always get that.
So, who else we got on board with us in here?
Oh, we have Titanic in here.
Titanic, man, you was in a win, in a win situation. Didn't quite happen, but we were talking about it there in the stream. You stuck it out just like Killer Sean did. That chance still was there for you to be able to get in there, and you really helped your brother out though there on that last restart to get him a win. So walk us through how that race went for you.
We struggled real hard all race with a bad truck. Every adjustment we went in just went the wrong way for us, and we couldn't nail it in there the way we wanted to. But when we came to that last restart, all we had was crew chief from here just telling me just jamming in third and push that 3 of the lead, and you might go with them. I didn't get to stay up there with them because the boys were a little bit faster than me. But I did my best and just held on to it.
Yeah, you followed the boss, and you grilled out 250 laps. Just knowing that you had that chance, and that's all that matters.
I just want to say, you guys, dude, congratulations, Toon. I mean, Toon, our race, me and you, we got that little competition for the most wins, and right now we're tied 2-2. So it's all going to come down to this week. So I mean, any tips on what you're going to be doing at Charlotte? Buddy, everyone is going to want to practice with you, but no, congratulations to you two on getting that win, and Titanic, man, you guys both worked it. You guys' butts off. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, nope, dude. Honor was all mine. I understood the competition that was going to be happening, and I was not. I knew I wasn't going to be fit to be able to run that race against you guys, and I'm actually happy that I pulled out and you guys ran that, because that was probably one of the most entertaining races I've seen.
Not too bad of a job up here in the booth either for your first time. You warmed up a little bit towards the end of the race there. Definitely helped me out when Stu had to step aside, so I want to thank you for that, Sniper. And once again, massive congratulations to Twoon. Because really, for a while there, Scoop was the decider of almost everyone's fate. If he won that race, Travis was out, and you were in on points, and yeah. Yeah, fortunately, stage 1 and 2, you finished one spot ahead of him, which put you exactly 7 points ahead of Travis, and which meant you were safe because so many people backed out of the race. But I mean, who knows what could have happened? We have 10 drivers in here, and Scoop wins it, and you spin coming out of 2 or something, and Travis gets second, and you finish 9th. It's a completely different story. But obviously, you had a.
He was. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, it was an awesome race to watch. It's been an amazing season. It's came down now to wide open, death before dishonor, Mr. Twoon and Travis getting in there with the Scoop loss. But, I want to say congratulations on the win. Congratulations on getting in there, Twoon. Congratulations to you, Titanic, on a well of a season. It's been great to watch. And all the other drivers out there watching, you all have created some great content, great races out here for us to watch up here in the booth. So congratulations to all those drivers that didn't make the championship, but just know that you did fight for it. And we saw it up here every week. But
yeah, we have a massive season 3 coming up too, so don't kick yourself too hard. Everybody in here is so great, and even though you maybe didn't make the championship this season, you know what, there's always next season, and we got a lot of cool rule changes coming, with the addition of the Xfinity as well, so
yeah,
just hit it
exciting
hard and
things
prepare
ahead.
for next year.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
we're coming down to the end here, and I just want to say, everybody come back next Saturday, 9:30 Eastern. We're going to have the Truck Championship race. It's the Quest ends at Charlotte. So, and watch the Cup rather on Friday night at 9:30 right here on Hammerdown Racing Series YouTube channel. And once again, please like, subscribe, and share Hammerdown with your friends and family. And we enjoy all of you that do that and come and watch us every Saturday and all of our shenanigans up here in this booth. But for me, B-New Stu, Sniper, and Visceral Killer, we want to thank you all, and this was another presentation of Hammerdown Racing Series. Good night.